First, chapter number 7. Okay, unit number 7 we have started in the last lecture. Some part we have discussed. Still, I will take little revision as we are conducting this lecture after a long time. I don't know whether you remember or not, but still I will take the revision. What is the syllabus of this chapter? Mainly, what are the different types of hazardous waste or the characteristics of the hazardous waste? Site assessment, a strategy for minimization of damage due to natural and man-made hazards. Okay, so the first that is the types of hazardous waste, or we can say the what are the different characteristics of the hazardous waste. Hazardous waste, we and now we are getting familiar with the hazardous waste concept. What is the hazardous waste? I told 2-3 different stories about the hazardous waste as a case study, is it? So likewise we will discuss I will assume that now you are familiar with the concept of hazardous waste. Okay, now hazardous waste often vary from one another. The EPA, Environmental Pollution Assessment Center, has identified 4 main categories in which hazardous waste can be classified. Okay, what are these 4 main categories? Listed waste, characteristics waste, universal waste, and mixed waste. So in the last lecture, we have started this part and we have started the point number listed waste. What is mean by listed waste that we were discussing in the last lecture. Okay. So there are 4 main characteristics under the hazardous waste. So in that, listed waste is the first, characteristics waste is the second, universal waste, and then mixed waste. Okay. Then, so we will see one by one what is mean by listed waste. So the first type or the first characteristic is the listed waste of the hazardous waste. When it comes from the that listed waste, again it is going to be classified into 4 subtypes, and these 4 subtypes are nothing but the F list, K list, P list, and the U list. Are you okay? You are supposed to remember this, that listed waste classifies into F list, K list, P list, and U list. Okay. So what comes under the F list? Why we call these? How it is has been categorized? That we will see one to one. Okay. So the first one is the F list waste that come from the F list are non-specific resource. Very specific characteristic of hazardous waste, which is having non-specific source. Is it? So that we have discussed. It is not generating from a specific source. We cannot identify. This is the spot where from the solid waste is getting hazardous waste is getting generated. So that kind of waste can be categorized under the F list waste, hazardous waste. Okay, so the waste which is not coming from the specific source, or we can say waste which is non-specific, coming from the non-specific area, are called as the hazardous F list type of hazardous waste. Second, F list type of hazardous waste. This means that they can either originate from manufacturing or industrial processes. Okay, These waste producing processes can happen in any sector for industry, which is why this list of waste does not have a specified source. Depending on where it is produced and the types of operation, the waste are divided into these 7 groups within the F list. What are the different industries are being considered under the F list hazardous waste? That also we have discussed in the last lecture. So simply you remember F list is the waste of which is not having the specific source of generation. Okay, and depending upon where it is produced and the types of operation, industrial or manufacturing, the waste are divided into these 7 groups within the F list. Okay, so what are these 7 groups? So the first group is the multi-source leachate. So I told you what is meant by multi-source leachate. I think we have covered up to this part in the last lecture. Okay, multi-source leachate. So what is meant by leachate? I told in the last lecture. Can somebody recall it here? Can send me SMS or something, or that you can chat. You can chat, please. What is meant by leachate? Okay, I will tell. Leachate, I told you in the last lecture. I am feeling that I'm making you bored. So that's why I'm asking you people. If you remember, I'm not supposed to repeat it. If you don't remember, I'm supposed to repeat it. That's why I'm asking you question. So please send me what is mean by leachate. Someone can talk. Someone can send me a message in chat box. Nobody knows that what is meant by leachate. We have discussed, guys. Multi-source leachate. What is meant by multi-source leachate? Whenever there is a decomposition of organic waste performs, at that time there is a emission or there is a release. It releases. बघा तुम्ही घरामध्ये भाजी ठेवायची एका कॅरीबॅग मध्ये घालून भाजी you can keep vegetables in that plastic bag for 2-3 days, and then you can see that has been started decomposition. खराब झालेली असते ती सडायला सुरुवात झालेली असते ती भाजी. So at that time you are observing that it has produced some liquid and start percolating it from that source, is it? So that leachate is nothing but the amount, that liquid is nothing but the leachate, means the amount of wastewater produced during the decomposition process of any organic waste is known as the leachate. And usually the leachate produces from multi sources. What kind of sources? Example I had given to you this kind of organic waste anywhere you can find, and wherever there is the decomposition performs. It may be man-made decomposition, controlled decomposition, or natural way decomposition. From that process it is going to be produced the amount of liquid into the environment, and that is nothing but the leachate. Now what are the properties of that leachate? So the first and very dangerous property of that leachate is the high COD. What is meant by COD? Chemical oxygen demand. Okay, it's a COD is very high, and hence if such, and the color is usually brown in color, dark brown in color. Leachate is having dark brown in color. Smell is very odd. Okay, then when such types of liquid waste percolates and mixed into the ground, it will deteriorate the quality of groundwater too. So that's why this kind of leachate can be classified as a hazardous waste. Now it is coming under the EF list. Why it is coming under the EF list? Because it is not having the specific source. कुठं पण तुम्ही कचरा पडलेला दिसला, कुठं पण तुम्ही लँडफिलिंग केलेलं असेल, कुठे कंपोस्टिंग केलेलं असेल, there it will start producing the leachate, liquid waste, and hence it comes under the EF list, which is not having the specific source. Okay. Then wood preserving waste, then dioxin bearing waste, chlorinated aliphatic hydrocarbons production, then electroplating and other metal finishing waste, spent solvent waste, then petroleum refinery wastewater treatment sludges. Okay, petroleum refinery and wastewater treatment sludges. So all these are considered as the EF list type of hazardous waste. Okay, so I think we have discussed up to this in the last lecture. So the next is the K list. Second classification under the listed waste is the K list waste. Unlike EF listed waste, exactly opposite to the F list. F list is producing from the not producing from the specific source, whereas K list produces from the specific source. Is it? So the unlike F listed waste that are K listed have specific sources. If you know the specific source of any solid waste or liquid waste or the gas waste, it will be quite easy to control and to provide the proper treatment to understand the nature of that particular waste. But if it is not having the specific source, in that case, it is quite difficult to control first thing. The second thing, it is quite difficult to analyze how much effect, dangerous it is or not. Is it? So, unlike F listed waste that are K listed have specific source. These sources are within both the manufacturing and industrial areas. For these waste, there are 13 specified industries that create them. There are 13 specified industries that create such type of waste. So write down the definition of K list as we have covered up to the slide number 5 in the last lecture. I request you to write down about the K list and then I will show you the examples of the K list. Okay, guys, I request to write down the list for the K list. Please write down the list for the K list. Okay. So what are the K lists? I hope you understand the difference between, you can see the examples here, multi-source leachate, wood preserving waste, dioxin bearing waste, chlorinated aliphatic. So all these types of material are not coming from the particular source. Okay. So that's why this is not being considered under the K list, whereas this is being considered under the EF list. So whereas K list is having the specific source. So what are these such industries which are producing the hazardous waste under the K list? These are nothing but the waste come from the following processes: petroleum refining. Okay, wherever there is the petroleum refining activities are being conducted, from that, whatever kind of hazardous waste is producing will be identified under the K list. Inorganic chemical manufacturing. Okay, so it is also having a specific source. Primary aluminum production, ink formulation. Okay, ink formulation. Do you know ink is very hazardous waste, highly hazardous waste. People used to keep in touch with the ink very normally, but the ill effects of the ink are very dangerous. So that's why this is being considered under the F list, sorry, K list. Okay, then coking, iron, steel, such type of production industries are also being considered under the K list type of production. Then the veterinary pharmaceutical manufacturing. So this will comes under this is the biomedical waste, is it? So you are familiar with the concept of biomedical hazardous waste too. So veterinary pharmaceuticals manufacturing producing the hazardous type of waste. Inorganic pigment manufacturing waste, then secondary lead product processing, then petroleum refining, then pesticides manufacturing, then organic chemicals manufacturing, and wood preservation. So these are the different industries which are producing the K list type of hazardous waste. K list type of hazardous waste. I think you are clear with this. Okay, so please copy this K. What are the different examples under the K list? Over. Let me know, please. Okay, then we'll proceed to the next point. So what is the next type of waste, hazardous waste? That is P listed and U listed type of hazardous waste. So these two types of listed waste are from discarded unusual commercial chemical products. Where from? Discarded unusual unused commercial chemical products. For a waste to be on either of these two lists, it must be following criteria. Okay. So usually unused commercial chemical products, you can say. Unused commercial chemical products. So that can be identified as a P list and the U list. Okay. Chemical must be from a commercial chemical product. It is not like this, someone has taken from the other sources, like at the, you are performing chemical research, and from that area the chemical is produced, it cannot be considered under this category. Okay, the chemical must be coming from, must be come from the commercial chemical product. Chemical in the waste must be unused. It should not be in use, or you can use it after some time. That type of waste cannot be considered as the hazardous waste. Okay, that is stored one, is it? Unused material, expired kind of material, we can consider under the P list or the U list. Okay, the waste come from, the waste must have one of the chemicals in the P and U list. The waste must have one of the chemicals in the P and U list. Are you getting? The waste must have one of the chemicals in the P and U list. The main difference between the P list waste and U list waste is that the chemical in the P list are identified as acute hazardous. Acute hazardous in the sense very serious damages due to such type of hazardous waste are identified as a P list type of chemical hazardous waste, while the chemicals in the U list are identified as a toxic waste. Is it? So these are the toxic waste. So this is the basic difference between these two types of waste. So please write down first what is the P list and U list waste. What is the P list and U list waste? And then we'll okay. I think you might have completed as very less material is there. Then write down the criteria about how it can be identified or considered under the P list or U list. Please write down the criteria. Okay, done, guys. Okay. You mainly under the P list and U list, there are the chemicals, and that chemicals must be unused type of chemicals. Okay. Okay, we'll move to the next point. That is the third type. What is that third type? Here we are. You can see here types of hazardous waste. These are classified into listed waste. Under the listed waste, we have studied F list, K list, U list, and P list. Okay, these are the subcategories of listed waste we have studied. Then the next one is the characteristic waste. So the second type of the characteristics of the hazardous waste. Under characteristics of hazardous waste, second we are going to study characteristic waste. The name of the characteristics or the types of waste itself is the characteristic waste. Actually, this part we have already studied in a chapter number 5, but still it is covered here under the chapter number 7 2. So what is the characteristic type of waste? Unlike listed waste, these characteristic waste follow the identification process depending on the characteristics they display. Below are the 4 characteristics that are identified with the waste. Okay, what are the characteristics? According to its characteristics, whatever the waste has been classified, that kind of waste is known as the characteristic waste. Okay, so below are the 4 characteristics that are identified with the waste. Okay, these are the 4 main characteristics. About these 4 main characteristics we have already studied in the chapter number 3. So somehow we will focus here in a different angle. So how that angle will be here, that let us see. So the first type is the ignitability, second one corrosivity, then third one reactivity, and the fourth one is the toxicity. So these are the 4 main characteristics, the characteristic type of solid waste, hazardous waste. Okay, so please write down this slide. Okay, now instead of I am explaining about the characteristic waste, we'll take a review from you people. I am going to explain, that is a different story, but I want from you people. So who will explain about the ignitability? To what type of waste we can call the ignitability waste? You have already written in your notebook in the chapter number 5. So please tell me about the ignitability waste. What is mean by ignitability waste? Fast, please keep on replying. Okay, I'm watching the attendance, participants list. So he's going to give me the answer for the what is mean by ignitability waste, hazardous waste. So very simple fundas are there. Okay, who will tell me about the ignitability waste? What is meant by ignitability based? We have discussed, guys. I want your participation. Otherwise, there is no such great things to teach this subject. To make you as a great civilian, you should know the impacts of the environmental pollutions. Okay, so what is meant by ignitability?